think the leaks we have so far speak for themselves. Welcome back to another video, and if you want more Battlefield 6 exclusive content only on this platform on my channel, be sure to subscribe. I provide daily Battlefield 6 news if there is any. But today we're going to be discussing what Battlefield 6 might most likely be. Now, a lot of people have been saying it's going to be a Battlefield Vietnam, but it's actually going to be a modern setting. So people are saying Battlefield V or S6 could mean Vietnam for that example, and such the hype is there. But there has been old leaks that Battlefield 6 is actually a reskin of Battlefield Bad Company 3, and that is much more likely than we having, Battlefield Vietnam. Although I want to see that. Here is what I see Battlefield 6 being. This is my third installment of this Battlefield leak, and enjoy the video. People have actually been saying, well, the new Battlefield actually had a teaser trailer with 128 players. However, that teaser trailer was just a test, just an example of the Battlefield 5 engine and how it could perform on the new engines. So keep that in mind. It has nothing and did not hint at anything of Battlefield 6 at all. It will not be a Vietnam. Now, with that out of the way, what I'm suspecting is that we will be getting a free Battle Royale mode. Now, this is going to be the same thing as Warzone. So Warzone had something similar. A campaign is needed because a campaign is super nice in 2021. Next thing we need is multiplayer. How are you gonna have a game without having long-term multiplayer? And now 128 players, this is where it gets interesting. With 128 players, you have a lot of options to actually use and what you want to see. So as Anton pointed out, the guy who actually leaked as well Horizon Zero Dawn, and that said, that Battlefield 6 leak is not what fans are expecting, but it plays really well. Well, Anton said it's gonna be modern setting, so that's one point we're gonna see. Now, Tom Henderson told us not to worry about the leaks, which is definitely true. I wouldn't worry until, something arrives out in spring, which will most likely happen. However, here's the huge thing. A lot of people aren't expecting this, but Battle Royale might be 100% there. Now, I have no affiliation with DICE, but I'm basing it off the facts. One huge thing is, well, Warzone. Warzone has a lot of players coming in for free. That means, they use Battle Royale and then they end up buying the game. And, Battlefield might actually adapt the same strategy. That's why they had one more year to actually focus on the game. And I think it's very much possible that we will be seeing a similar concept, if not the same one. Battlefield 6 being, $60 at the price point, or $70, but the Battle Royale mode is gonna be free. Battlefield 5 Firestorm was actually a huge fail. However, Battlefield 6 doesn't have to be one if they just make one option free while having a pay-locked content behind it. A lot of people are saying if it's gonna be Battlefield Vietnam, they are never ever gonna forgive Battlefield at all and are gonna instead play Warzone or something like that. But instead, I think, that Battlefield Vietnam is simply gonna not be in the future. This is something that, fans do not expect. So what I mean by this is that we might be seeing, something new, something fresh, something special. Now, what I'm guessing is this is gonna be a very, medium to fast pace, just like Battlefield 5, in terms of much better quality than Battlefield 5. This is the most likely scenario. You see, nowadays games are only turning faster and faster, and games like Battlefield 4 nowadays just wouldn't be viable anymore. They have a community because they have nostalgia, but unless you're looking for the true player experience like Arma or Squad, Battlefield simply became some sort of a Call of Duty in terms of fast pace. Now, they still have a great story and everything else, but we gotta consider what's important here. What's more perfect is how you present the game. What's better on the new PS5 than RTX graphics, or at least RTX-like graphics with the Battlefield 5, a lot of explosions, a lot of customizable guns, and the special, never seen before large-scale maps. Now, I think the large-scale maps could tell you a lot that we're actually seeing a Battle Royale. Large-scale maps were in Battlefield before, but only for 64 players. Now that they have an option to actually process it to 128 players, this gives you a lot of more, possibilities. So I'm guessing another, simple theory on why there will be a Battle Royale is because it will lag much less if it will be instead of in a one big map. So imagine 128 players across the map and they're dying and not respawning, how it affects the lag and FPS and everything else and the performance, versus on a single map where there's explosion tanks happening at the same time on a single map. I think it pretty much, it speaks for itself. I'm hoping this actually gives you some closure on what Battlefield 6 might be. So as we know so far, 128 players, modern battles. So definitely not Battlefield Vietnam, definitely not Bad Company 3 as it was scrapped, and it's not gonna be a reskin of Battlefield 3 or 4. It's gonna be something completely fresh that I'm aware of that is gonna most likely have Battle Royale, and players are not gonna be expecting some features in the game. Now, I think that's a very good idea because DICE put a lot of effort into Battlefield 6, and I'm definitely hyped to see how much sweat they put into this game. I'm looking very forward to Battlefield 6, to be honest, and more on that in the spring. Be sure to subscribe for more Battlefield 6 exclusive content and news only on this channel. Anyway, hope I helped you out a lot to get you some closure with Battlefield 6, and see ya on the battlefield.